Welcome back to another episode of the Pig Roach Files. So we're in the Gentleman's Club this week, for it was a bit of a rough week. Unfortunately, with that sad news about Etika, people ended up making their own victimization in this scenario. Boogie did it with the silly tweet. So, please, Mr. Fat Man, leave. Thank you. I'll cover you some other time. And then Phil said something like this. I think he really thought that he had good intentions behind this tweet. And that's a scary thing, because there's no empathy for the dead. So he victimizes everything and cries a woe is me story and has a pity party once again. Last time he did this was during the whole issue with BetterHelp and their practices, which bled into mental well-being overall. And Phil claimed he had depression. Now I understand what depression is and how it affects people. As you heard from an agent update, I had a little bout of it myself. I understand how it feels to run away from that void as often as you can. But if you don't focus on it, it tends to just drift away. So he doesn't focus on the good that could become of a poor situation. Instead, he goes and plays the victim card once again. I mean, he made a pre-stream all about Etika, and he ended up monetizing it. Now, he said he didn't mean to, and that it was YouTube's fault. But you have the opportunity when you publish a video to uncheck your monetization of it. You have the opportunity to go ahead and say, no, it's fine, I don't want payment for it. But that's beside the point. In this lovely Mighty D clip, which I'll link the video down below, take a look at this. Yeah, that's right. The first line there is how to tip him. And he has RIP Etika in the title. And look, 8 ads. Wow, what a winner. He could have stopped the ads. He could have changed his description on the video. Could have took anything about money out of the equation, but we've seen it time and time again. Drama and empathy, pity, if you will, in this situation, will fall into your lap, and the pig roach likes to suck it on up and earn some pity bucks. And it's a sad way to live your life, when the main thing that we should all be talking about is the fact that another young man, who statistics have shown that young men are committing suicide more often now. And it's sad. You should really seek the help that you need. There's no shame in it. There's no shame in making yourself a better person. I mean, I saw in one of my comments over there on the agent update, guy says he's struggling, trying to make ends meet, finds the best in his scenarios, and keeps pushing forward. And that's kind of what we all need to do. But you need to also keep yourself in check. Make sure that you're abiding by the rules. They're not hard to deal with. So, most people need to take a time out of their busy day and sit there and meditate like myself. Reflect on what's going on. take a visual step forward and then execute that later on. But let's look back at the Pig Roach, huh? He was playing some Black Ops. Let's listen into this.
SJ to be $5. Let's see here. SJ says, I watched Etika for a long time. I'm really sad about what happened. Did you ever come close to being mentally unstable from all the trolling and hate that you get? I hope you're doing well, and please talk to someone if things get too hectic. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's times when it really does get to me when things go really bad because of it. Or when I just want to express something genuinely, you know, that's something positive, and these idiots have to literally turn it into something negative and just say, oh, see, nothing, Phil could never ever genuinely do anything good, or never ever genuinely have a positive feeling about anything, because in the past, here's 5 things he did wrong. And they do this all the time. They did it on my tweet. I made a tweet about Etika, just basically saying what I just said, okay? And, oh, look, in the past, Phil has referenced mental illness, and in the past, Phil has done this horrible thing and that horrible thing. How dare he make a tweet about something like this? Fuck off. Seriously, but that's what I mean. These people, they just want to bring you down. Here's a tweet about a guy who apparently was so mentally disturbed by people fucking with him that he committed suicide. So let's now attack the guy making the tweet. But the tweet's about someone who committed suicide because they were attacked, so let's attack the guy making the tweet. It's like, do you not have a brain in your fucking head? But this is how these people are. They're immoral. They don't care. They do whatever they want to, you know, because it's anonymous and they can get away with it, right? It's messed up. It's a messed up online culture that we have. And, you know, it's a horrible, horrible, worst case scenario thing to hear about someone like Etika who just, you know, ended up, you know, taking his own life over stuff like this. For me, it gets really bad sometimes. It does. It gets insanely bad, you know, to the point where if I ever were to not be a streamer, I don't even know if I'll be able to get another job. You know what I mean? There's so much nasty, completely untrue shit about me on the internet to sift through. I don't even know if I didn't do what I did for a living, what else I could do at this point, you know? I mean, eventually I'm going to have to try to find something, but you have to hope that by then, most of the complete garbage has died down. You know what I mean? I guess we'll have to see what happens. But there's not, you know, when you have an online presence like I have, there's not much you can do about it. You just have to kind of put up with it. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh no, it doesn't bother me at all. I just brush it right off because I'm the super duper tough He-Man guy. And I don't let anything affect me at all because I'm made of steel. It's not true at all. It does. It adds up. It makes you feel like shit. It does. It makes you feel awful inside, especially if you suffer from depression like I have. And there's days when you have depression, you gotta understand something. There will be days when you wake up and for absolutely no fucking reason you feel like dirt. You feel like you want to die. And there's no reason for it. It's not like, oh, something's bad today. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, someone trolled me. You know what I mean? It's not even like that. It's just you could just wake up feeling completely fucking awful about yourself and about your life for no valid reason. Now imagine that compounded by people for no valid reason shitting on you constantly just to be shitheads and treat you badly because they can. Can you imagine what someone goes through? Can you imagine what Etika was going through if that's the case, the situation he was fucking in? You see what I mean? So it's fucking awful that people do this shit and have zero conscious thought about, oh, the repercussions of my actions, and that could actually concretely be really hurting someone badly by acting in this way or doing something fucked up like that. They just don't give a fuck because they're so selfish little fucking pieces of shit. And they think that it's just funny, it's harmless, and it's safe, and it's immune because it's all on the internet. And in reality, it's not. It's fucked up. It hurts people. It's hurt me and my loved ones, you know, and others. And I can't imagine, you know, what kind of stuff that guy went through that to the extent where it got to the point where he couldn't take it anymore. You know, it's fucked up. It's seriously 1,000,000% fucked up that anyone would do stuff like that for the jollies, for the lulz. And the fact that, you know, people have to go through on a daily basis, me being one of the people, is pretty nasty. I mean, it's remarkable, you know, that I don't know, that's, again, like I said, my mentality has always been, the people who fuck with you and say, oh, I want you to fail or whatever, I basically use the fact that I'm still here as my motivation to keep going and say, well, fuck you, because I'm still here, And that's just proof that, number one, I'm doing something valid that has worth, and number two, that people like me for it, and number three, that you're wrong saying that I don't have value or worth and I should just go away, right? But if I didn't have the support that I get from you guys, the viewers, and, you know, if I didn't have a loving wife, you know, and I didn't have all the things going for me that I do, who's to say where I would be today? You know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, in 2017, when everything kind of fell apart in my personal life, and it was basically like starting over from scratch, that was not a good time. That was one of the worst years of my entire fucking life, and I was really feeling like I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be able to wake up the next fucking morning and do stuff. And the other thing is I had to keep all that shit secret from you guys, right? I totally kept that a secret when I broke up with my ex, and I was just basically kind of flying by the seat of my pants on one income, trying to make ends meet and doing stuff, and I was incredibly depressed. I just didn't tell you guys about it. I was drinking way more than I should. I was getting shot in the ass by someone.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to say something like that. And Robin, Zephyr, and I covered majority of this video together on their channel, so links in description below, and you should go check those guys out, show them some love. They're really putting in some good work over there, and I just enjoy listening to their content. Now, for Phil here, this kind of make it all about me stuff, it's been around for a while. I mean, you remember this exchange with him and WarDogLeader, correct?
And listen, by no means am I saying that my life is any harder or easier than yours or whatever. Listen, I'm just saying from my own perspective, I'm just venting a little bit here because I know many people wonder, gee, what kind of stuff happened that Phil, you know, wasn't here earlier today. All he does is sit here and play video games all day. But you're right. I mean, that is my job. It's just not a very healthy job. I'll be honest, you know, it was a lot healthier when I had someone to share this with and to make me healthy meals and everything, and all that's gone now, and now it's a lot tougher. Of course, now we got to get someone in the stream chat who wants to turn their own personal story into, you know, derailing the chat, and I'm not going to put up with it, so I'm just going to warn you right now, you know, WarDogLeader, there's no way for us to know if what you're saying in the stream chat is legitimate or not. You could be someone completely making stuff up, or you could be completely legitimate. Appreciate the sentiment, and sorry to hear about a family member that passed away, but no one wants to hear you make this about how I'm in the wrong for being stressed in my life because you have a situation that's worse. That's ridiculous. Go run your own stream if you want to do that. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, he's trying to make me look like a villain because he says someone passed away and he's doing better than me. Wow. Well, good for you. Maybe you're a stronger human than me then. Maybe you're a better person than me. Good for you. Go run your own stream and everyone could go watch it. This is my stream. People want to know why I wasn't here, and I'm being honest. Enough of this. They're ridiculous. Everyone wants to turn life into like a competition. I'm better than you, right? It was like I was saying earlier, someone in the stream chat was like, well, Phil, I know you're not feeling good, but if it makes you any feel better, I've been crapping my pants out all day. Like, I can't stop crapping. I'm sick to my stomach. And I said to him, you know what, dude? You know, some people, that may actually make them feel better. To me, it doesn't. To me, it actually makes me feel like I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others, right? I don't take pleasure in the suffering of others. I'm not that kind of a person, right? So when people want to compare sufferings and compare life situations, it's like, wow, you're the king of suffering. Good for you. No, I'm just sharing. I'm being honest with you about what's going on. And I'm not going to have someone come in here and I'll try to make me look fucking bad on a stream that's my gameplay stream, that's for me to share my what's going on with me with you. Oh, well, my life is worse than yours and I'm better than you. Well, good for fucking you. Go on your fucking pedestal, you know, go bronze yourself and make a fucking statue to your greatness because you can do better with meals when you have something worse than what's going on with me. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. Get the fuck out of here, man. That is so fucked up that people would do that. Go ahead. You know what? Officially for tonight's stream, you're the king of suffering. You're the king of suffering. Good for you. Thanks for coming in and propped yourself up on my stream. We really needed that. Really. Unreal. It would have been one thing if he comes in and he says, oh, you know, recently I lost someone, and so I kind of feel where Phil's coming from because he's going through tough stuff too, and, you know. No. Oh, well, I do better than Phil. Well, fuck off. No one cares. And here we go. Here come the trolls. Who I knew were going to be here, too, because, you know, the trolls would always be here when I come back from when I'm not feeling good. So good. Everyone, please, if you're a moron, please speak up now so I can get rid of you before we start with gameplay, because we really don't want to deal with your stupid shit. Unbelievable. Okay. And now WarDog has earned himself a ban because it's obvious either he's a troll or he's just someone who is just going to be here to derail everything and tough shit. Goodbye. Goodbye. Moron. I can't take it, you know? So, alright, so I'm having a bad time, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to purposely find someone else's stream just to say how I'm having a worse time than them, but I'm doing better. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, so anyway, we're done with that shit.
Yeah, but that's Phil's depression, right? We don't know how it feels to have a bad day. To go ahead and drown some worries in some gin. You know, take a night off, if you will. And then get it back together the next day. No, he rinsed and repeated that for months, but it got him nowhere. Now he's a married, unhappy hermit, begging for your dollars, putting down an Amazon wish list for games and credits. But no, I won't put any laptops on there, or a new PC, or a new monitor. No, I'm never putting that kind of stuff onto my wish list. It's coming. It's going to happen. And the funny thing about all this is he's playing this game and he's camping in a room. Why are you even playing the game? You just said that you weren't invested in it. So why not just switch it over to, you know, a talk show stream and talk to your audience? You know, that's what they're all there for. They want the drama. They want to listen to you fuck up. It's entertaining to watch. It's like, when is Phil's next misstep? When's the next thing that's going to happen to DSP that will give us a good chuckle? When will he realize he's just the jester here on Twitch? Over here on YouTube as well. That people are just laughing at him and his silly shenanigans while he cries wolf and tells us how often he's overdrafted in his bank account and how he needs money to pay his bills. Oh, don't forget that I get great support from my wife, Kat. She makes a great, authentic Italian lasagna, and I just love the cheese and that sugary sauce. Oh, I make it and I slurp it all. Yeah. That's how much he appreciates Kat. Just clean my house. Service me when it's in my schedule. That's right. That underwear time's scheduled, boys. And then this disgusting pig only wants her when it's convenient to him. He only wants you to tip when it's convenient to him. He only wants you to go ahead and ask that question on the next Ask the King after you went ahead and pledged to his Patreon for $20 a month for 2 months in a row. It's disgusting actions like this that get under people's skins. But these are all laughable to me. But playing the victim card when some young man just committed suicide and left his family, his friends, and his fans lost, confused, and saddened. This is why I'm going harder now. This is why I'm going to dive in and get my slab of bacon. I know GTG went in pretty hard, and Mighty D might go get some later. But this is why I like to call people out on this kind of trash. You say reaction videos are trash, DSP? You call my content anonymous slander. I'm here. I'm in your face. I'm talking to you, as well as everyone else out there. It's not only time to man up. It's time to speak up. More people out there need to take better care of themselves so they can be happier and take care of those people that they truly care about. Put a hand down and pull the next person up in line. Make things easier at home. Listen better. Compromise more. And reflect. This is something that Phil can't do. And that's why this 10-year plan of him getting a job is a waste of time. He's just waiting until his parents pass away, so we can again talk about his depression while pulling in that inheritance if they leave it to him. So we're just kicking off the summer here. Things around here might change. It's time for a new season. And I'll see you next week on another episode of the Pig Roach Files. Stay safe out there.